Yo, my name is Marcus Russell. Do you remember when you weren't allowed to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop? Why did the FBI just let us believe that Hunter Biden's laptop was like propaganda, like it was Russian election interference? Why didn't someone from the FBI just say, hey, the laptop's real? Like Senator Kennedy was asking during the impeachment oversight hearing investigation. Well, ever since the new FBI director, Kash Patel, has taken control of the FBI, he has promised to make this Federal Bureau of Investigation transparent, especially anything that has to do with the Biden administration. And ever since then, we've been uncovering several instances of lawfare and corruption. Um, Baby Biden's laptop, especially, has been a legend of conspiracies and folklore since its conception, have even called it the laptop from hell. Did it even exist? Or did a Russian with a Hunter Biden face mask drop the laptop off to Delaware computer shop owner? Well, we know that the computer shop owner, John Paul Mack, is a real person because Hunter Biden has been suing him on the grounds that he released, the information in the Biden for political gain because he was a Trump supporter. Quick story. I used to own a phone repair shop in Indianapolis, and we will always make sure that we get the passcode. So after we repair your device, we can make sure that it's repaired. Of course, we only ask for the passcode so we can go through the pictures and videos. And one time we found this perv's file full of little underaged, undressed young people. Okay. So my phone tech, he was this young white guy. His first thought was, we need to call the police. But my business partners and I at the time were very, very much against that. The guy, he had a guitar lesson shop on 71st Street in Indianapolis. I'm not going to say his name. And I'm pretty sure that the pictures in his phone were of his students. We did not call the police. We end up getting his address and, coming and talk to him about it and making him pay a little bit for it, making him pay what he could, the best he could. I heard he's giving guitar lessons in another location in Indianapolis. Maybe somebody who knows him. He's fat. He's an older white guy. Don't let your kids go there. My point is this: only lawyers, therapists, doctors, and priests have confidentiality clauses. Other than that, whatever's in the dark, it's gonna come to the light. Especially if it comes to the light into just like a regular person's shop. Matter of fact, my name is Marcus Russell. Make sure you remember to hit that subscribe button. Let's run this clip and get right into it.
I'm Christine Frizzell, where we are learning shocking new details about the role the nation's top law enforcement agency played in covering up the Hunter Biden laptop story just weeks before the 2020 presidential election. The latest information reveals an inside look at conversations deep within the walls of the FBI. It was for a time referred to as the laptop from hell. The device Joe Biden's son Hunter left at a repair shop and forgot about. The store's owner later giving it to the FBI.
You know who knew the laptop was real was the FBI.
The New York Post first reported on some of the laptop's contents, including his business deals with the Ukrainian energy company Burisma, in an October 2020 story that was for a time suppressed on Facebook and blocked on Twitter. Both companies later revealing they were told by government officials it was likely Russian disinformation.
They're just trying to make people think that there's some relationship to the Russians when, of course, the FBI, better than anybody, knew that there wasn't.
Journalist Michael
That's
Schellenberger,
lawfare.
along with Catherine Herridge, just shared a new batch of internal FBI messages suggesting an FBI employee was given a gag order by the Office of General Counsel, or OGC, and later told to backtrack. Another, that the FBI's Criminal Division, or CD, confirmed there was an active investigation into the laptop, asking, is it corruption, campaign finance? Later, oh crap, okay, it ends here.
It just underscores how many people knew that the laptop was authentic, that it showed potential crimes. Instead, they perpetuated the idea that it was part of Russian disinformation.
That notion bolstered by this statement. signed by 51 former intelligence officials, which said those emails purportedly belonging to Vice President Biden's son Hunter had, quote, all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. As far as why we're learning this information now, well, top officials at the FBI, including Director Kash Patel, say they're committed to transparency, especially when it comes to the Biden family, and have hinted there will be more to come.
Yo, I hope that people who aren't necessarily Republican or who aren't necessarily Trump supporters watch my channel because, like, I want to show you. I hope you watch that video, and now I want to show you a quick clip of Senator John Kennedy speaking on how the FBI was used to co-host and basically censure freedom of speech of something that now is come to light that was really happening. Let me roll the clip.
Of course, as you know as well as I do, that the FBI cannot censor American speech. Talks about abridging speech, that our First Amendment does. At one time, I think it was during your tenure, the FBI had 80 FBI agents working with social media, encouraging social media to take down accounts and remove, quote, disinformation and election interference. A district court found that the FBI and other agencies asked social media platforms to remove content and to change their moderation policies in a way that violated the First Amendment. And it went up to the Fifth Circuit. The Fifth Circuit limited the injunction, but here's what the Fifth Circuit said. The FBI, quote, likely coerced the platforms into moderating content and encouraged them to do so by effecting changes in their moderation policies, end quote, in violation of the First Amendment. The FBI agreed with the plaintiffs that, quote, I'm quoting the Fifth Circuit, federal agents ran afoul of the First Amendment by coercing and significantly encouraging social media platforms to censor disfavored speech, including by threats of adverse government action, like antitrust enforcement and legal reforms. That's serious.
That's definitely
Is the Fifth Circuit wrong?
Well, as you may know,
actually, this has been going on since 2020. Back then in 2023, when the House held the oversight hearing into the investigation of Hunter Biden's family, Hunter Biden's laptop would even just speaking on Hunter Biden's laptop would get your YouTube shut down. It'd get your Twitter page blocked. It'd get your Facebook page taken off. So you couldn't even talk about it. And now we find out that 51 FBI agents signed off on it, and 200 and something other ones participated in the gag order and reversed any statements that they had made about it. But like she said, with Kash Patel being the new head of the FBI, he's going to be completely transparent, especially when it involves the Biden family. So, yo, all the dirt that's been done in the back, or anything that y'all been done behind the closets, it's going to come out. Now, like I always say, do I think that Hunter Biden is going to go to jail? No. Preemptive. He's been preemptive. But there's several other people that were involved with hushing us and shutting us up. Like he said, FBI directors, 51 people signed off on it from the CIA intelligence agency. I've just read 250 other people knew about it and were told to redact any statements and stop any investigations. Now, let's just say that you do something illegal, you know what I'm saying, and you leave it in your laptop and you drop your laptop off to the laptop store and they get to see what it is. Man, if that's not the universe trying to make you be held accountable, there's no other thing that it could possibly be. You know what I'm saying? This is craziness, man. Hunter Biden really needs to pay. He made $17 billion before he was preempted. I mean, like, he only went to jail for about a year. His co-defendants have already done 8 years and 6 years, and they would have did 10 more years apiece if Trumpito wouldn't have pardoned them 2 days ago. So, yo, I'm telling you, something needs to change. Like, and then a lot of this censorship that they keep saying that Trump's administration doing, look how they did it when they was in office. They shut your page down. I couldn't even talk about this story back then. So now I can. Matter of fact, tell me what you think in the comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, peace.